And good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports. A pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the Kansas 150 in the IVRL Pinkett Ford Truck Series. Of course, go to pinkettford.org, find out ways to donate out there for that fantastic group. Qualifying is underway. Labor Day racing for all of the Truck Series drivers here in the International Virtual Racing League. Labor Day here, usually the first Monday of September. Is paying tribute to the contributions and achievements of American workers and is traditionally observed on the first Monday of September. It was created in 1894. That was whenever it became a holiday out there. So a little history lesson for you. That's where we're going to be at. Thank you for all the likes and shares already out there. Much appreciation. McKinney Racing, Brian Ranker, thank you out there. We shared it out there to a bunch of places as well. Some Facebook groups, including the Signature Esports Live Facebook group, which you can get out there and join. Harvey, thanks for the like out there. And thank you for the share as well. Randy Henshaw, Racing TV, giving us a share as well. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you very much to each and every one of you tuning in each and every week. We appreciate you. A little different stream today as far as being it is on Labor Day, so hey, I don't mind. It's what we do. It's how we do it. Starting grid for you. Since qualifying just finished up, Nick Goebel's going to be your pole sitter here at the Kansas 150, and you know that they're excited to get this thing underway because points matter for everybody. Zach out there says, good luck, boys, to all the drivers there on Facebook. Good to see you out there. Keaton Swain's going to be the outside pole sitter. The number 40 of Tommy Schaefer is going to be third in the lineup here on the inside of row number 2 with Cody McKinney to the outside. Cody's still chasing his first win of the season, but he's had quite a few top 5s, a lot of top 10s, 5 top 10s, and 3 top 5s for that driver right there. Charles Jurek in the number 76 is going to have Harvey Abrams to his outside there, row number 3. Randy Henshaw, thank you for the share, of course, and there he is. He's going to be there inside row number 4 with Tyler Warner to the outside of the number 33, trying to hold that 8th spot and gain from there. Derek Schilling in the number 87, Corbin in the number 4. He's going to be there to his outside. That's going to make up row number 5. Zachary Johnson and Michael York, they're going to make up row number 6. As we move down the starting grid, Zachary Johnson, we were talking about. Michael York, we talked about. Luton up in the number 77, one of the fastest guys in practice. Look for him to try to make some moves to get to the front. Ryan Cliver, the number 2 truck, is going to be there in the number 14, outside row number 7. Stephen Prosser and Charles Van Squig in that number 16th spot. It's going to make up row number 8. Joey McKinney in the 18 as George Jewell to his outside to row number 9. Steve McLennan and Brian Huntley Jr., the number 51, little Wolfpack Racing guy out there. Good to see him. That's going to be row number 10. Row 11 is going to be Steve Carnathan and Bradley Rivers there in the number 22 spot is the number 69 as they get ready to rock and roll here. Here's a look at the point standings for the top 18 drivers here is maybe about now. There it is. Cody McKinney with the points lead at the moment, 202 over the 188 of Nick Goebel, who's going to be your pole sitter. Keaton Swain and Charles Jurek, Joseph McKinney there in 5th, Harvey Abrams in 6th. James Jetty in there, number 153 for him. Tied for 8th place with 150. That's Corbin and Tyler Warner there in the 8th and 9th spot. Jeremy Robbins, top 10 for him. There's the top 18 drivers of the series. And man, oh man, they're going to be ready to rock and roll. The 24 Winston Chevy Silverado. Good to see everybody tuning in out there. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the likes. All these folks are going to be lining it back up here. Normally we have the Grand Marshal. Didn't have one for today. So you guys out there on Facebook are all of the Grand Marshals. So much appreciation to you. Thank you very much for tuning in. We love that you do so, and I'm excited to see what you're doing out there. We're going to be doing a lot of things here coming up real soon. Life's starting to get back to normal for me, so look forward to Signature Esports having a series again pretty soon. We're going to have a little small series, and that'll be coming up here pretty soon. Probably would be, I might be doing a B-class series, might do an Xfinity series here coming up here pretty soon. We'll see what happens. Depends on the race schedule for all the other leagues that we're involved with, and much appreciation to everybody. Kansas is the right time for everybody. Here's your racing for 100 laps here for the drivers, 1.53 miles in length, so 150 is what they're going to be running. 80% fuel. They have 3 tire changes, so 4 sets of tires total. I need to update that. Track temperature is very cold, and so we're going to see these trucks get really slippery really quickly. But that just means that they got to have a little bit of patience whenever they go forward as they continue to pace around here. Pace car is going to dive off into turn 4, and we're going to go green flag racing here at Kansas. It's going to be fun. Fred the Barney flagman high above the stands. Kansas is about to get hot and heavy. Green flag waves. This is race of the season here, the IVRL Pinkett Ford Truck Series. Rolling through the mix into the gears. Nick Goebel able to carry high down low. Starting off very, very, very smoothly, getting around to the backstretch. You're gonna see these drivers try to manipulate the lines wherever they need to be. Inside line's going to be very fast early on, but look forward to these trucks being up on the high line, 3 wide. You see the 24 got a little bit loose on the corner exit there, 3 and 4 wide already as they close it down. Schaefer taking over the lead here. Tommy Schaefer out front. The number 40 truck pulling the 95 to Swain. You see the 76 Fallout Ford F-150 of Charles Jurek trying to make himself a little bit unnoticeable down there, but you see him rolling. He's having a heck of a day. Actually, he's driving the Grizzly truck today. Good to see it. Tommy Schaefer up high. Charles Jurek down low, trying to close it. Gets a little bit free off the bottom. You don't want to hit that bottom line because on corner exit, it can turn into something of an issue. 3 and 4 wide. You see it back here. Derek Schilling, the number 87 up high. And down low, he's in the middle. There's the 9 of Harvey Abrams to his outside. Luke Knupp having a little bit of, looks like he has a little bit of connection issues right there for the number 77 truck. So he's just trying to hold on to what he has at the moment. Harvey Abrams, the 9 truck, driving the Crown Royal Ford F-150. Dude wipes on the side of it. Looking good here so far as you see him try to travel. Cody McKinney right where he started in 4th. Trying to find any kind of ground at the moment. He's got the 4 of Corbin down below. He and Charles Jurek trying to utilize that inside line. We're talking about Kansas. Kansas is a multi-group track, but the high line becomes the preferred line, especially when it comes to nighttime racing. The 95 of Keaton Swain's going to be your race leader right now as he pulls a low line for himself. As he and the 40 of Tommy Schaefer trying to make it work. 24, Nick Goebel a little bit free on the corner of 4. As he was before, as you see the front stretch 5 laps in, the racing still tightly compacted at the moment before trying to utilize that low line, trying to gain something out of this. Not going to be able to clear the 76, and with the 76 lets him slide in, he's going to do so. 76 is going to be right there. There is Charles Jurek. Inside turn 3, 76 4, 76 side drafting. The 4, he's going to pull a little bit of groove out of that. And now the 76 dropping down low. 4th place for the 1. And right now the 4 trying to find any kind of move around. The 1's going to be up high, 3 wide into turn 1. Turn 2, hot and heavy. Who's going to be able to clear here? Doesn't look like we're going to have any kind of give and take. There it is. A little give there from the 76, but I see that just kind of being where he's going to be at. Nick Goebel in 3rd. Cody McKinney trying to poke his nose out there. He's in 5th right now as the 4 tries to close the distance to the front pack. And the 1 trying to get to the outside quarter panel of the 24. Not going to be able to clear him. Just kind of holding his own and biding his time. 68 up a few spots. He's up 4. There is the 68 right there behind Luke Knupp. We see the Ariat Chevy Silverado making some moves. Stan Carnathan, he's up a few spots as well. He's up 7 right now. There's the number 25. We talked about him being a Philadelphia Eagles fan. He's having a good time. Outside line running for him so far. As you see, 7 laps being completed. George Jewell to 07. Right there in front of him. That's who he's tracking out. Looks like it's split up into 2 packs here. Tyler Warner off 4 spots to number 33. Trying to get back to 8th. And that's kind of where he is at the moment. Holding on to the outside line here at Kansas Motor Speedway. As we see Keaton Swain still leading here. 0.5 of a second. Half a second lead between he and the 4. Corbin trying to close the distance down as he's got a little bit of company in the form of Tommy Schaefer. 2 Chevys trying to track down a Toyota at the moment. Inside, outside. Ooh, the 40 up into the wall. Little love tap. Little Kansas stripe. We talked about racing yesterday. You know, one of the things I liked about the NASCAR race yesterday was we got to see people video gaming. so to speak. There's the 95. He's holding on to it, and he's got the lead at the moment. That's your race as you see a lot of action still happening. Let's go through your field from the back to the front. Brian Huntley Jr., the number 51, driving the M&M's Dollar General throwback. Kind of a, I think that's more of a nod to Matt Kenseth. I think that's what that looks like. Randy Henshaw starts at the back of the pack, and the 21 looking to try to make some moves. The Pit Viper 21. As Menard's on the back, having some good fun. 10 laps in, gotta make some moves. Bradley Rivers up 2 spots. He started the tail end of the field. The NXT 69 Rev Sports Chevy Silverado trying to find some way around. He's got Joey McKinney and Ryan Kleiber there, and not trying to be 3 wide, but he's making a move and making it look good as they come around. Kleiber in that number 2 truck. In 18th, has Van Scoik in front of him, the 23. Fred Beans, Ford F-150. I kind of like it. Mr. Van Scoik, hopefully he's having a fantastic day. He's tracking out George Jules up a couple of spots. Up 3. Steve McLennan, one of my New Zealand buddies. There he is. Number 88 trying to get to the inside of the 07. Trying to make it clear here as he's got the caved Chevy Silverado on a line and on a groove, and he's going to have a Chevy right behind him. There's George Jewell trying to close it down. Van Scoik, the 23, he's making moves. He's doing a pretty darn good job. He's going to be there to the inside of the 07. And corner exit here on the front stretch, trying to make up any ground here. The 25 up 8. He's in 13th right now. There's Steve Carnathan. Tyler Warner, the 33, still off 4. Trying to make it back up to 8th, at least where he started. Luke Knupp in and out in front of him. We see the 77 having a little bit of issue there, but there's the 68 of Steve Prosser right there. The number 68 Ariat going to the inside of Derek Schilling. Derek Schilling in 10th right now, off a spot from where he started. Zach Johnson, the number 48, driving the Ally 48, and the Hooters Chevy Silverado. A little nod to the HMS or the Hendrick Motorsports team right there. Very cool to see. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the shares out there. Harvey Abrams off a spot. He is in 6th spot. He's in 7th. He started in 6th, and that's kind of where he's at. He's stuck right behind Nick Goebel, who was your pole sitter. Fastest on the racetrack for that, but you got to be able to clear it. 76 down below Cody McKinney, trying to hold on to the back bumper of him. As right now, Cody McKinney trying to look to the inside of Tommy Schaefer, who's utilizing the high line. And right now, you see the 76 slide right behind Tommy Schaefer. Cody McKinney trying to get his first win of the season, driving a Ford here. HMG Innovations on the backside and the bottom left rear quarter panel of it. McKinney Racing on the back deck lid, trying to force himself all the way to the front. That's where he needs to be. That's where he wants to be. He wants a win. Kansas seems to be the right kind of place for him. Corbin in the number 4 truck, 1.6 seconds or 1.1 seconds ahead of Cody McKinney. He's still a half-second difference between he and the 95, and this will be a battle of who comes to pit road first. 80% fuel usually puts these guys on pit road somewhere between 35 and 42 laps, they can't quite make it halfway, so this will be a 2 pit stop kind of race, and that'll be where it goes. Hurricane Corbin says Ben Neal out there. He's fast. He's still holding that half second. It kind of alternates, and it kind of makes me wonder what the lap times are like between first and second. And speaking of which, we'll take a look at that. Lap 12, better for Corbin. Lap 13, better for Swain. Corbin better on 14. And maybe a little bit more loss there on 15 and 16 for Corbin in the number 4 truck. But this time by, it looks like he gained some of that time that he was losing right there. It's a little bit better lap time for Corbin, so maybe this time he might be able to pull something together. 0.6 of a second is the gap as they continue to move forward. Cody McKinney leading the next pack of drivers, 15 and 16, a little bit better for McKinney. 17, a little bit closer in lap times between he and the 4th place car. Corbin to McKinney. McKinney better on 15. And in 16 and 17, we're going to kind of see what's going to happen here. Caution comes out. Looks like Carnathan involved. We're going to take a look here in just a second as soon as it allows me to pop it up. And at this particular point, who comes to pit road? I think everybody comes to pit road. Still a 2 pit stop race here, no matter how you look at it. So if they come here and then they come in on 60, that would put them pretty close. Here's what happened to the 25. 25 freeze right in front of the 69. He almost had it saved. And no other collateral damage out of that. Man, oh man. Here's a look at it once again here. Free on the top line. Tries to save it. Had it saved out of the throttle. The 69 was trying to be out of the gas. And there it is. Into the clutch. Get himself back up and ready to go. So that's where they're at. There's the caution. He gets the virtual helicopter right there. Speaking of helicopter, there it is. Keaton Swain, your race leader. We're going to see who's going to come to pit road this time by, if anybody's going to come to pit road. Closing things back down. That's going to be just beneficial for McKinney and Jurek, who were on a tear trying to work their way back to the front. And as you see it, everybody coming to pit road. I think Randy Henshaw is the only driver that is lapped down, and I don't know that he's on pit road. He might have. I think it says he is out of the race. So something happened there. Michael York's going to stay out. There's the number 5 truck. So he's going to be your new race leader at the moment. We'll see if he comes back in. Brian, thanks for the like out there. Appreciate you, Brian Parrott out there. Always good to see everybody out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. If you get an opportunity, make sure you follow us on all 3 platforms. Subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube. Make sure that, of course, you go to twitch.tv/signature esports. And you can give us a follow there if you do so. I try to follow you back. Twitch is a little bit easier to follow everybody, regardless of content or not. And then, of course, Facebook.com/signature esports. Give us a like and a follow over there as well. Hit the notification bell and add us to your favorites so that you know when we go live, not just for iRacing broadcasts, but, I do all kinds of stuff like Phasmophobia and trying to get to the 5's going to come to pit road this time, so there's some more coming down pit road. There's the 9 of Abrams. He's coming to pit road. Jurek coming to pit road. The Splitgate, been enjoying that game here recently. In development with our own game as well. Good to see everybody out there follow us on that. We'll make some announcements and some releases here pretty soon about what we're going to be doing with that, using the new beta version of the Epic Games funness over there. So we're utilizing that building platform for our game. Unreal Engine 5, that's what it is. So we're gonna have some fun with that. I'm excited to bring a game to the series as well. Some more development stuff going on with that. And then more iRacing broadcasts coming every week. This week, kind of a short week for us, so we'll be back with that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of things going on over here, and we're very happy to have the IVRL a part of what we're doing here. Just absolutely fantastic to see these guys get out here and drive. And for a great cause, pinketford.org is the place that you need to go, because those guys are doing some great things. Those ladies over there, fantastic website. Just absolutely insane to know that that's what they've got. That they are doing exactly what they're doing. Typing a couple of things in here, folks. Apologies about that. There it is. There's should be their website right here. George, thanks for it. Pinkett4.org. That's where you go. You hit that donate tab up there on the top right. Join their mailing list. Absolutely fantastic. Good to see that they're doing that. Read the backstory too. Absolutely incredible. Great organization, and you know that they could use all the support that you could ask for. Keaton Swain's going to be back out front after everybody makes some green flag pit stops, getting some stuff fixed, maybe getting some adjustments made on their setups. Cody McKinney's going to be on the outside of the 95, and the 4, who's super fast early on, is going to be there as well. Corbin having a decent day. Turn4apparel.com, Chevy Silverado, and then Nick Goebel is going to be up top. That's going to be the front 2 rows on the restart here. Thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you very much. Let's see, George, you're amazing. Appreciate you. Green flag's going to wave once again. 95 gets one heck of a jump, and the 1 settles in. 95's going to slip up a little bit. The restart for the 1 right there, not exactly what you would expect. And the 4 is going to be there to the inside of the 95. Looks like Nick Goebel, who was fastest in qualifying, able to make an adjustment, get himself back to 4th. And right now, Corbin, the number 4 truck, trying to work his way to the bottom side to get around the 95. He's going to do so. And Cody in the number 1 truck, a little bit faster on the long haul. So we're going to see what kind of adjustment he has made into this race. As you see, he's utilizing the low line early on to try to keep himself to the back bumper of the 95. Swain, you watched him pull away, but he had clean air, so maybe that clean air might be a disadvantage, or the dirty air might be a disadvantage to the 95. That clean air, super aggressive. 95 down low, all the way to the bottom of the apron here. There is a white line here. There's no yellow line, so they can use all of that racetrack to try to make a pass, unlike the super speedways. Keaton just ran his fastest lap of the race this last time by 31.10, so that no doubt that draft is helping at the moment. So we're going to kind of see what's going to stick here. Everybody came to pit road on lap 20. RV came in on 21, trying to work his way back to the front, up 12 spots from where he started in 18th. RV Abrams in the 9. Charles Jurek came in, made an adjustment as well. He's making it work. There he goes. He's on 14. He's got to work his way back to the front. He's had one heck of a day. Cody McKinney. I think everybody inside the top 10 just ran their fastest lap of the race, all except for Ryan Cliver in the number 2 truck. Corbin ran a 31.06. Keaton just ran a 31.02, which is the fastest lap of the race. Cody McKinney just ran a 31.13 in third, and still faster than Tyler Warner behind him. And Tyler just bested himself again, 31.18 on this last time by. He and Zachary Johnson, the 48, both ran the same exact lap times. They're having one heck of a drive off. Chat it up out there. I love hearing what you have to say. There's the 4, the 95 to the inside. The drive for the 95. Closing off some of the racetrack. It's going to have turn 1 to his advantage. But I think the 4 is going to carry a little bit more speed. That midline is going to be his best friend at the moment. The 95 utilizing the natural turn of the racetrack right there to try to gain a little bit of ground. Didn't work for him as the 4 carries heavier speed into the corner. Mid to low line for the 4, the 95. And the 4 defending their positions very well. Cody McKinney in third right there. He's just looking at him. Nick Goebel to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to pull some lessons learned by the 4 as the 4 goes around the 90, or the 95 is working to try to get around the 4. And the 95 trying to utilize some of that bottom of that racetrack. 4 try to keep the 95. I think the 4 needs to possibly just work the line naturally, because the 95 will utilize all that bottom ground right there. Wear some of those tires out, and then the 4 will be able to carry that speed kind of normally. Midline of the racetrack, 95 leads that lap. But we'll see as they're side-by-side racing into turn 1. The 4 better in the midline. You see it right there. 95 trying to carry off the racetrack, but the speed's going to be greater for the 4. He's going to be up next to the wall, and so he's going to lead down the back straight as the 95's there still to the back quarter panel. Foreman trying to hold on. 95 trying to make the pass. The more that they fight, the more that Cody McKinney can look at the back bumper and say, all right, let's pick a line here. Where do I need to be? Zach Johnson, the number 48, in 4th right now, has Nick Goebel right behind him. And they're rolling through the gears as the 48 drops down low. Still has some of the tires to give here as he carries around a lap 32 of 100. We're going to see probably most of the drivers come all the way to 60 to 65, I would assume. Somewhere in that regards, 35 to 40 laps possibly on their tires. We'll see what they're going to be able to do. The 4 able to hold on to the lead. The 95 giving up some room. We talked about the inside. It's good for a couple of laps, but after that, realistically, that midline is going to be the line that you're going to have to run. Mid to high line. This is a track that does favor the midline and the high line. It is a multi-group track. You can make passes kind of anywhere. But definitely a different kind of racetrack, especially for a mile and a half. Being multi-groove, it's different. And you watch Cody McKinney bide his time, and work himself to second. And now he's just going to have to work on trying to track down the 4. As Cody McKinney holds on to second place at the moment. Zachary Johnson, the number 48, set up change for him as he made some adjustments getting into pit road. Looking at his time, he spent a little extra time on pit road doing so that's always good. I like being able to tell when drivers are doing some good things or doing something different to what they have. Right here, Ryan Cliver, the number 2 truck, made some adjustments, and he's running a little bit faster. His last lap, a little bit slower. He's got the 88 of McLennan to the inside. There is the cave. And Steve sent me a whole bunch of information not too long ago. We'll have to see what he is doing. He's got a couple of people that he had me give shout-outs to before. The cave on his truck on the number 88 right there. Right inside the top 10. Trying to track down the 2. They're trying to track down the front group right there. They run a party hire or corporate team building location in Papamoa with simulators for racing, drifting, and off-roading and virtual reality escape rooms. That's absolutely awesome. Super awesome. Ratlab Motorsports, who's on the hood, they are a professional drifter team in New Zealand, and they run in the D1 New Zealand series. Super cool. Inside Lane Productions on the spoilers, the 3D printing. And I did look that stuff up. Thank you, Steve, for letting me know that stuff, too. 3D printing service geared towards sim racing and gaming items with a small farm of both FDM and UV reactive resin printers. Absolutely killer. Cody McKinney battling with the number 4 as we watch the 4 kind of utilize all the tires to work with the 95. But look at this. 3-way battle for the first here. And if you have sponsors on your trucks out there, folks, and you want me to talk about them, like Turn 4 Apparels on the 4, I don't mind. McKinney Racing is going to be the Cody McKinney's racing team that they have there. If you want me to talk about those on there, I don't mind. The 1 needs to be to the high side of the 4. I think that's where he's faster. And right now the 4 holding him up, the 95 right there with him. There's going to be any kind of battle for the lead here. It's going to be quite insane. 95 is going to be there to the inside of the 1. 4 is going to have to find a way to hold off 2 of the fastest drivers on the racetrack right now. The 95 is going to be keeping him there. This isn't a super speedway. At a certain point, bumpers meet to bumpers, and that's kind of where they're going to be at. 1's going to be right there with the 4. Midline run for the 1 and the 4. 4's not going to utilize that low speed. 95 is going to carry down to the bottom. And that's kind of where they're looking at. 48 a little bit off the wall back here. Everybody diving low to avoid. 68 goes across the grass to avoid the 48. A little wall tap for the 48. As you saw it there, everything's still running green here. As the 2 goes to the outside, Zach Johnson into the wall back there. Prosser did a great job of avoiding the number 68, goes down to the bottom, gains a few spots doing so. So he's right there to the outside of Nick Goebel for fourth. Cody McKinney backs up to third as now the 95 of Keaton Swain tries to close the door to the number 4 truck. Right now the distance between Cody McKinney, caution is going to come out. Zach Johnson looks like he went and had himself an issue there. We're going to take a look and see what happened here. Zach Johnson right there with the 88. Oh. No, Steve McLennan involved. Everybody. Oh, man. That was some close calls there. Let's back this up just a little bit. A little far chase view. Looks like the 88 was running the high line. Getting into the corner, 48 is naturally going to drift up out of the corner. And I think, oh, how about a little net code? How about a 1.5 foot of net code? Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. Woo, Nilly. Man. 48's going to have to come to pit road. Cody McKinney in third. There's your race leader, the number 4 truck. Corbin having a good race. He's protecting quite a bit. I think if you have the faster long-run truck, which these drivers have gone 20 laps pretty much each time they've done this, so that was 17 laps actually. This green flag run that they just had. Who's coming to pit road? I believe everybody's coming to pit road. I wouldn't doubt it if they have the same kind of situation a little bit later on. They would have an extra set. Fuel is going to be a big factor. If they have another quick caution, I don't think that they come to pit road. I think that they hold on to what they have. So great little drive off. Everybody's still there. And right now, yeah, everybody in on pit road. We're talking everybody. There's a look at pit lane. Man. Normally, there they go. Look at them at. They're all up there. Man, oh man. There's the 4 truck. Who's going to win this race off pit road? Might be, it's going to be the 495, and then Cody McKinney's going to come out third. It does look like Nick Goebel should come out fourth. That first pit stall being an advantage for him. He can just drive straight out. Jurek in fifth again. He's back where he started. Good little run. Good little run. Travis, thanks for the like out there. Appreciate you very much on Facebook. Absolutely killer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate all the followers out there and all the fancy stuff. Every once in a while, folks give us a whole bunch of new follows, and I appreciate that. Thank you for all the shares out there. I encourage you to share it. I encourage you to tune in, watch, and enjoy it, and be a part of it. We go back to Green Flag Racing. We're going to follow along with the 76. We're going to be right there in his Gyrocam, which is this camera right here. Absolutely amazing. Here's a look at it. Fayetteville, West Virginia driver. Absolutely killer. Top Esports is going to be the white flag sponsor and our Victory Lane sponsor today for the IVRL. So go to twitch.tv/Top Esports, TOPP Esports, and you'll be able to give him a follow out there on Twitch as well. All the socials, and super killer. Appreciate it. Used to be Vol's fan out there, but now Top Esports is what he's going to do. He does some great things. He does some iRacing broadcasts as well, and he got into the race with us. I think it was the first race of the season. Just broadcasted with us. Had a heck of a day doing it. We appreciate all the guys over there at Top Esports. Charles is going to restart to the inside, and he's going to have Stephen Prosser to the outside, as these drivers are going to go back to double file for another lap. And we'll go back to Green Flag Racing right here. It's going to be, it's been a good little race right here. Here's Corbin. He's going to be, you hear him clutching it in right there. Saving as much fuel as you can is the is going to be the ultimate guide here. It's going to be the ultimate goal, that's for sure. Thank you to everybody out there watching on Facebook. I see you watching with us. It's absolutely awesome. Thank you. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go back to it. It's like Luke Nuphaven in on pit road right now. Looks like he's having some things going on. Maybe give it a little top up. Maybe some changes. Who knows? He's having some net issues. A little more unusual today. So, but it's all good. I have them every once in a while. You can never know what's going to happen just based on weather or whether or not servers are going to be up or down. We use the Texas servers, and not too long ago they were completely down, so I couldn't restream across all the platforms. But we're back at it again. So Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all of you, appreciate you very much for being supporters over there. 495 1 2476. Jarek Gyro. Nash, I appreciate you there, buddy. I appreciate you very much. Had a mic failure there. Had to replace it. Thank you very much. Appreciate everybody. I put it on a siding for a second. I was trying to get back to it. I had to replace my mic. That hardly ever happens. We talk about things you never see. There it is. Corbin out front. McKinney trying to hold on to it. Keaton Swain right there in third. As Nick Goebel right to the outside. As the 24, the 95 try to hold on to it. Occasionally things do happen. Appreciate you very much, Nash. I appreciate you very much. 68 right there in that fifth spot up 10 spots. The Lariat 68 holding on. Keaton trying to get in front of the 24 to utilize the line he wants to utilize. And right now they're able to hold on to what they have. Third and fourth, the battle kind of just holding on to it. We're used to seeing a half-second difference here. And they're kind of moving. Corbin and McKinney made some adjustments there. They really worked into it. And it's kind of just the way they're driving this racetrack a little bit differently and a little bit more closely. And Keaton Swain trying to close the distance just a little bit. This last time by, he was a little bit slower than the top two, but this time by, it looks like he's going to be carrying a little extra speed because he closed down the distance this last time by. 31 and a half second lap for him over the 31.7 seconds of Corbin and 31.66 of Cody McKinney this last time by. So keep an eye on that driver in third. Van Scoik, the number 23 truck, he's had a battle with the 18 side by side. He gets around the 18 of Joey McKinney, falls back to 12th right now. He's right behind the 87, a little right rear damage for him. As I was looking at all that, 23 and the 07 of George Jewell down to the bottom. Two Fords in the form of the 23 and the 2, making the front stretch looking good, along with the 07 Van Jewell truck there to the bottom. Van Jewell Motorsports 07 of the 23. Teammates side by side, turn 1, turn 2. Now to the backstretch into turn 3 and turn 4. Both having great drives right now. One Ford, one Chevy. Multi-manufacturer drivers here. What a good team. Steve McClendon, the 88, working his way back up through the field after some initial contact earlier. And now has got himself around Charles Jurek in the number 76. I think Charles was just having, I thought Charles was just kind of biding his time, waiting for something else to happen. 59 of 100. And maybe Charles has a pit strategy he's working on. There's the 40 of Tommy Schaefer, who was up inside the top 5, now back to 16th at the moment. And all 13 spots trying to hold on to it. Corbin has the number 1 truck behind him. Keaton trying to close some of that distance down and get himself to the back bumper. And right now the 4 all the way down to the white line out of turn 1 and turn 2. The exit is a little bit better for McKinney. McKinney continuously closing down the race line here. Good drive off for the number 1 truck. He is right behind. And you're seeing the front stretch be very busy. Right now, Nick Goebel and Prosser, that's the battle for fourth and fifth. The 68 got to the inside of the 24, and right now the 68 is going to be drifting up the track. Looks like Goebel's going to be able to make sure that he keeps that clear of the 68 to the outside. A little right side damage for the 68, it does look like, as they continue to move forward. Here's to be here and here. There it is. There's that little bit of right side nose damage for the 68. Looks like his tire virtually not on the ground at the moment, but that has everything to do with the simulator, nothing to do with the way that the truck is driving. I'm sure the right side damage is being a little bit of a pain for him, but Goebel still has a clean little truck for him. Van Scoik, the number 23, he's in 7th. Let's go through the field one more time. Stan Carnathan, he had some issues early. He's a little bit free this time by. His setup must be just a little bit loose because roughly about 10 laps into his run, he gets free. He's got a little bit of right side damage. He is in 21st. It's where he started, so any improvement is going to be going forward. Bradley Rivers, the 69, little left side, little right side. That truck right there behind the 5 of Michael York, up 2 spots from where he started. But York off 7. He has got a little bit of damage there. Harvey Abrams trying to track down the 48 of Zach Johnson in front of him, off 12 spots. Harvey looks like he's all right. He looks like he might have a little touch of right side damage, but Harvey there off 12 from the start of the race. He looks very free. And I think he got some damage repaired when he came to pit road. So did Zach Johnson, who's off 6. He started 11th in 17th. Tommy Schaefer, the number 40 truck, unfortunate circumstances, started 3rd in 16th, off 13 spots. Charles started 5th, and he fell back a few spots there. He's working on trying to work his way back to the front. Maybe a little pit strategy for him there. A little bit free off the exit, but he's not doing too bad. Steve McLennan, there's the number 88 truck, up a few spots. He started 19th. He's in 14th. Derek Schilling off 4 from the start of the race. He's trying to work his way around the 18 of Joey McKinney, but he started 9th. He's in 13th right now, still trying to track down a top 10 night. Joey McKinney in the number 18 truck, up 5, started 17th. He's in 12th. Up to the 77 of Luke Knupp. I think his internet issues finally got straightened out, so he is looking pretty darn clean. He's got a little bit of left rear damage, but he's still running some pretty competitive laps. His last lap time, 31.16. The 77, trying to track down Brian Huntley Jr. in that Toyota, the 51. Very clean. Little left rear damage. You see it on the back quarter panel, the back. Look at the wing of that truck, that splitter. The splitter looks fine, but the left rear quarter panel and the spoiler of that truck just looks like it's might be inhibiting his turn into the drive, so might have to keep himself a little higher on the racetrack. He's still up 10 spots, started 20th. He's in 10th right now, the number 51. Ryan Cliver, there's the number 2 truck in that Ford Camping World Ford F-150. A little right side damage for that guy, but he's still up 5 spots. Tyler Warner back to 8th. He was in 13th when we checked on him not too long ago, and so he's really made himself push the boundaries and get himself back up where he needed to be in 8th, trying to track down George Jewell, who's right in front of him. A little right side damage for the 33. It does look like George Jewell in the 07 tracking down the 68. And the 68 has some right side damage, so we're looking at a clean truck tracking down the right side of the 68, and that just looks like he got hard into the wall. The 07 is going to try to get around. Here's the battle for 6th at the moment. 68-07, George Jewell to the backside of the bumper. They're making it work. Van Scoik, teammate to the 07, up into 5th right now, 5.8 seconds off of the race leader, as he is still trying to track down Nick Goebel, who's about to hit turn 1 with the number 24 truck, utilizing that highline. We're talking about 10 laps in. Whenever they get 10 laps in on those tires, they try to move themselves up the racetrack. Cody McKinney still up a spot from the start of the race, 1.77 seconds. Top 3 cut a night for that driver, and with about 31 laps to go when they come around this time by, they'll complete lap 69 and start on lap 70. Keaton gets himself back to 2nd. That's where he started. And Corbin having a nice drive off, a full 2nd on the race leader right now, as he is still carrying around this racetrack very well. Corbin's last lap, 32.51. And right now, currently one of the fastest drivers on the racetrack. Actually, the fastest driver on the racetrack at the moment. So we'll see what kind of lap times he's going to be able to run. Here is a look at the last 5 lap times. Bottom of your screen. Keaton had a better 66 and 67. 68, 69 belongs to the Ford truck. And this time, 0.2 of a second better for the 70, as he's able to kind of prove me wrong here just a little bit. Randy, thanks for the like. Travis, of course, we thank you for the like out there as well. Thank you for all of the likes. Make sure you like, share, follow, do all that stuff. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Much love to everybody out there. 72 of 100. The Ford truck trying to carry it forward. They're about 30 laps since the last time they came to pit road. Luke and Joey McKinney, or Luke Knupp in the 77 came to pit road about 3 laps later. And so he's on a different pit cycle. Steve in the 88, he came on 43. Michael York looks like he is coming off of pit road, so he's doing something different here. So he'll be a lap down, be the first. Carnathan's a lap down, and it does look like the 5 of York's going to be a lap down as well. So maybe some changes, 2 laps down. How about 2 laps down? Let me take that back. Ford truck 1.3 seconds over the 95. 73 of 100, and that's what it looks like. There's about a second difference between the 95 and the 1 truck. Scott, thanks for what you're doing out there. Appreciate you very much. '95 124, and then the 4 having a heck of a race. 1.3 seconds. The difference last lap, 32.54 to the 32.57. This time by, we're going to kind of see what's happening. McKinney a little bit off pace on his last lap. Maybe I don't try to push it early. I'm a long run driver. I may not be the fastest in qualifying, but I like to be there at the very end. I like to be able to push the envelope, be able to drive the truck a little bit different at the very end. So, it's curious to see what these drivers are doing. Keaton closing the distance his last time by just a little bit. Looks like he's getting a little bit faster over the long haul, as he was a little bit faster getting into the turn 1 and turn 2 over the 4 truck. But it looks like the 4 able to pull away out of 3 and 4. So maybe 3 and 4 are the better turns for the number 4. 25 laps to go here. We're going to start seeing some green flag pit stops. Tyler Warner coming in. Here's Charles Jurek. He goes around to take a couple of spots away. Ryan Kleiber in as well. Tommy Schaefer out of pits. Abrams, Carnathan in on pits right now. Looks like he is taking some damage repair. Always good to see everybody out there. IVRL Pinkett Ford Truck Series. As you see, the 495, 124, and the 51. Biggest mover of the race is going to be the 51 at 15 spots, and he's looking like he's going to be able to try to make that his ultimate goal. Vance Goykin on pit road at the moment. Little right side damage for that driver. Keaton is going to go around and lead. Corbin comes off to pit road, and he says, I'm going to pit right now. Goebel around Cody McKinney. I know Cody McKinney was trying to go to pit road. There's the 5 of Michael York. He's going around. He's in 17th. As those fresh tires are starting to make it work for him, he's going to be there to battle side by side with the 24. Keaton's still out there. The 95, 23 laps to go. Turn 4, looks like he is going to continue to stay out there. Try to make it as long as you can. They all came in at 42. And right now with 22 laps to go, that's going to put them lap 78. And some of these drivers just want to be out there for as long as they can be. Do you give up the track position now to try to gain later on, or do you want to be faster later on and be able to gain as they come out? So that it just depends on your drive and where you want to be. 95, 24, 150, 177. And then the 18, the 87, the 76, and the 88. Those are all drivers. The 9 drivers right now still on the lead lap. The 4 trying to close down some distance here. He's about a lap and 21 seconds off of the driver in front of him. McKinney and Chile coming to pit road. They're going to hit it right there. There's the number 18 truck driving down pit road, trying to get the last green flag pit stops of the race. Swain to pit road. Goebel, McKinney to pit road. Brian Huntley Jr. looks like he's coming to pit road. 77 looking like he's going to back down, come to pit road. Charles Jurek into pit road this time by as well. Corbin's going to come around. Looks like he might have a good little lead here. We're going to see what he's going to be able to do down the backstretch. He is in 7th. He would be, or will be, your race leader. 20 laps to go. He came into pit road on 77. They're completing lap 81 as we speak. And they're still going. So 80. Yeah, there it is. 20 laps to go still as you're watching Corbin do what he's doing. Nick Goebel in and off pit road. Going to get back up to speed. Got his tires. Corbin took an extra couple of seconds on pit road, so that might have been, I don't know if that would have been a downfall, but there's 3 or 4 laps difference. Tyler Warner now to third as the 24 of Goebel comes off the pit road. 7.4 seconds. The lead right now that Corbin has. And is that going to be enough for everybody to kind of track down? That's a huge gap by pitting what he did. Big run so far. And right now, 7.5 seconds the difference for Corbin. The 24 able to carry forward. Last lap for Corbin, 31.48. Goebel's going to need to start really hammering down some pace here. 18 laps to go, a big deficit to make up. Corbin's going to have to run 33 laps, or 23 laps on this set of tires. Everybody else 20 or better as the 24 tries to work himself around. Ryan Cliver came in on 75. He's got... And we're talking 5 and 3 lap different tires here. So Ryan Cliver came in on 75. McKinney behind him came in on 80. And right now they're trying to do the best that they can to work themselves forward. Nick Goebel, who came in on 80, 3 lap fresher tires, ran 0.7 of a second faster than the 4 truck this last time by 6 seconds. It was 7.5 seconds, now closed down to 6 seconds. 31.12, his fastest lap of the race this last time by. 16 laps to go. The 88 of McLennan in 18th. He's got that right side damage. That's the driver that's going to be looking at the rearview mirror, knowing that he has got the 4 right behind him. A little bit of draft for him. Keaton just ran his fastest lap of the race. It looks like Keaton had a speeding penalty coming into pit road because he had to serve 54 seconds in his pit stall. So that means 14 seconds plus the penalty for his pit stop. So Keaton back to 19th and he is driving like a PO teenager right now, trying to get himself back to the front. He's going to be a lap down at the moment and praying for a caution because he would be the lucky dog. From 6 seconds to 4 and half, 15 laps to go. Nick Goebel trying to track him down. And quote unquote from our good friend Kyle Larson, he's trying to, what do we call that? Video game it. 4.3 seconds the difference. 14 laps to go. McKinney to third now as he got around a couple of drivers on 5 lap older tires. Cody McKinney he wants that win so bad, and you know it's coming. He's going to probably have more top fives than I would say half the field at the moment. And top threes, we've talked to him a couple of times. This I think it'll be the 3rd or 4th time where we'll have talked to him if he finishes 3rd or better. But right now, Tyler Warner utilizing, I think McKinney has a little bit of right side damage there, and so that might actually be hurting him at the moment. 8.2 seconds, and right now the 2 to the inside does look like the 95 trying to get around. He's like, I need my lap back. 13 laps to go, 3.6 seconds the difference between the 4 truck and the 24 who's coming across the front stripe. You know, folks, there's the 88 to the high side, 4 trying to go to the bottom. He's trying to pass the 88. 88 running a predictable line. 4 trying to clear him here. It's going to be down to the bottom. All that does is that just helps Nick Goebel a little bit here. Moving up off track just a little bit. Caution's going to come out. And did anybody save a set of tires? I don't think that anybody saved a set of tires. I don't think anybody's going to give up track position at the moment. Corbin in the 4 truck. That'll give the lucky dog to the 80, to the... It'd be the 88. It'd be Keaton Swain. So Steve would be the first truck 1 lap down. So the 88, 95 would have been the lucky dog. But the 88 just got lapped by the race leader, so that will put Keaton still the first truck 1 lap down. McLennan will be your lucky dog. Here's what happened. Here's Luton up right here in the 77. I think he tapped the wall. He did. He tapped the wall. Oh, he disappeared. 88 braked right there. And when the 77 got across the grass right there, tried to save it. He's sideways on the racetrack, and that'll throw out a caution. Almost had it saved, but it's just making it interesting. McLennan's going to be your lucky dog, and man, oh man, it's just now heating up. This racing's getting good, folks. Man. Does anybody save any tires? No, I think everybody, the third caution of the race, they've had a couple of green flag pit stops. They've all come to pit road at least 3 times. I don't think anybody saved any tires. There's the 69. He came to pit road. This will be his chance to get some more repairs done. Michael York in on getting some repairs done as well. The Ford truck is going to have a whole lot of company now. And he's got drivers with a touch fresher tires. I'm going to call him a touch fresher. 95 would be your lucky dog here. If another caution were to come out. A couple attempts at a green-white checkered through this series. So if that does happen, you'll be able to see that. Looks like a few drivers into pit road here. Let's see if they're just getting some damage repaired. I wouldn't doubt it. I would spend... If it's not going to lose, if the guy in front of me has a little bit of damage, he comes in, I'm probably coming in too, if I've got a little bit of damage. So we'll see what happens here. Does Derek have any tires? Nope, no tires. Does Steve have any tires? No tires. Getting some damage repaired. Get it, buddy. 424, 133. 207. Van Scoik up there in 7th. Huntley in 8th. The 68 of Prosser. And then Joey McKinney in the 18. And it's just getting warmed up. If we go back to green flag racing, we should have 6 laps to go. If I'm doing my math correctly. I might be wrong. It might be 7 laps to go. Goodness gracious. If you enjoyed the racing, make sure that you give us a like and follow on all the platforms. We're going to have some fun with it. Man, oh man, oh man. Top Esports is going to be the white flag. 7 laps to go. See? I was off by a lap. Top Esports on Twitch, twitch.tv/Top Esports, TOPPESPORTS, Top Esports. Go give them a follow for me. If you're out there on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, make sure you do that. I would appreciate you doing that. They're going to be our white flag and Victory Lane sponsor. There's a logo on the bottom right of your screen. As it's going to be exciting. This is going to be interesting. Last week we saw a couple of green-white checkers. This week, I don't know. It's been a clean race, other than, a little bit of contact here and there. It's been a pretty darn clean race, and it's been a good race. When the racing goes on those long runs, I just enjoy them. Because it's all about strategy. Who's going to have it this time? 424, 133. One chasing a win. Corbin trying to get back to victory lane. The 24 of Goebel. Your pole sitter wants to win this one as well. Green flag for gets a good jump there. He's going to try to do what he can. The one's going to be there to the inside of the 24 on the start of this race. 7 laps to go. As right now, every position counts. All the points matter in this race. Side by side for second. Coming out of turn 2, Goebel's going to have a little bit of a stretch there. The one's going to be slipping up in front of the 33. Corbin right now 0.4 of a second. 7, going to make it 6 laps to go. There is the 24 who was way faster on that last little run. Those extra that coming to pit road on lap 80 working to his advantage. So this time by the 4, probably, I don't know, with as big as a lead as he had, saving would have been a great idea on that regard, just in case there was a late race caution. But right now the 4, 24, and the 1, they're all neck and neck. 0.5 of a second separating the 1 and the 4. The 24 right there on the back bumper. Goebel, who started on the pole, using a little bit of strategy throughout the race, and pit strategy being a big factor here right there in the draft of the 4. Makes it 5 laps to go here at Kansas. The Kansas 150 IVRL Truck Series, pinkett4.org. As you see it on your screen right there, make sure you find a way to donate. Go to their website, pinkett4.org. Click the donate tab. Give them some money. They do a lot of good in the world. And right now, they're going to make it 4 laps to go. Cody McKinney, 0.7 of a second, trying to close any kind of distance that he can. Because right now, Ryan Cliver giving on 75. He's going to be right there in 4th. The battle for 4th and 5th between George Jewell and the 2. The 07 of the 2 making it work, making it stick, having a great drive off the 07, trying to get to the inside of the 2. 33 is going to be there. Man, oh man, oh man, it's hot and heavy. There's Charles Jurek. I knew he was saving something. 76, driving the Fallout 76. Grizzly to the bottom, gets below the 07, sending it in. 3 wide to the front stretch. Turn 1 about to be busy. 2 by 2 for the 76 and the 07. Jurek trying to make a top 4 kind of night. 3 laps to go. Charles Jurek on a stampede, ready to rock and roll. Look at him roll, man. He is going. Jurek came in on 90. He saved a set of tires. I wondered if anybody was going to save a set of tires. There he is, 76. Trying to track down Cody McKinney. He's going to be right in front of him. He's carrying heavy speed. He's faster than everybody on the field. And right now the 24 to the inside. The 4. The battle for the lead. 2 to go here. IVRL Pinkett 4 Truck Series. Side by side, the 4 try to pull a side draft off the 24. The carry down the backstretch, the 1 of Cody McKinney's going to be there as well. They're going to be able to try and hold on. Man, oh man. Side draft, a little contact, looks like. Maybe not a little contact, but I don't know. I would rather be, if I'm right there where these 2 drivers are, I'd be checking my mirror, because about a 1/4 of a second faster is going to be Charles Jurek, who's now within a second faster lap. Top Esports white flag's going to wave here as they come around. Backstretch, you think the race is over. It's not quite there. Cody McKinney trying to make his staple go as fast as he can. That Ford to the outside of the 4. And right now, 24, 1, 4 unofficial results. Jurek to the outside. Man, the 4 got into the 76 there. Got to go back, take a look at that. Goebel wins it here. McKinney second. 4, of course, all unofficial. We're going to take a look here. Oh, back up real quick. What happened here? Think McKinney and I don't know if the 4 was free off the outside. I'm trying to look here. This was the far chase. This is the end of the race right here. Goebel had it. 1 down to the bottom. 4 hits the apron, sends it back up. Oh, 1 to the back bumper of the 4. And then, 4 up into the 76. The guy who had the strategy was the 76 of Charles Jurek. He had one heck of a day. Nick's going to win it here, and he's going to do it in style. He's going to go around here and celebrate. What a great race by Nick Goebel. Strategy worked to his advantage, and it was phenomenal strategy. He's going to celebrate here as they back it up. Top Esports, twitch.tv/Top Esports for the drivers. You see him there. Great celebration for him. And what a phenomenal race. Here's going to be all race results unofficial, but here's what it is right there, according to what iRacing tells me. Nick Goebel, Cody McKinney, Corbin in the number 4, George in the 07, Bradley Rivers in the 69, Joey McKinney in 6th right there in the 18. Cliver in that number 2 truck finishes 7th. Huntley, York Van Scoik finishes in 10th. Derek Schilling, Tommy Schaefer, Luke Nupp, Steve McLennan, Steve in the 68. He is there in 15th. Tyler Werner in 16th. Charles Jurek, who had the strategy there, finishes 17th. Harvey Abrams in 18th. So we're going to work down the rest of that, the race results here. All the way to Mr. Henshaw, who got in the race. I think Randy might have had something he had to do. Zach Johnson, 21st. Carnathan in 20th. Keaton finishes a lap down and was about 5 seconds away from being the lucky dog. That is kind of where he was at. Man, oh man, that was unfortunate. Little speeding penalty happens, kind of the way that it happens to all of us. We've all seen it. Absolutely insane to see. What a great drive for the drivers. Nick's going to be your race winner here. We're going to talk to him real quick as he jumps into our race channel here. Nick, congratulations on the race win here. You had the strategy for the end of the race. A little bit free early on, but it seemed like you were able to carry and have those 3-lap fresher tires that you needed there at the end.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think pitting late is what really did it there. I had a little bit of extra tires there at the end. I was able to hold the bottom and not really have to lift as much. It was a really good run though. That was amazing. You know, it's tons of respect from everybody. I'm gonna have to go back and really look at the replay and everything, but it was a good run.
Well, it definitely seemed like everybody was trying to mind their P's and Q's. You get within five laps to go. You have a caution really late in the race, and pretty much everybody wants to send it in there. And it seemed like maybe a little contact here and there, but it just looked like hard racing. It looked like everything was just kind of good to go.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree. Everybody was really respectful, for the most part, just as much as you would have with any league race, really. But we're really looking forward to next week here. We're going to carry this momentum on through to next week.
It definitely sounds like you're prepared. Congratulations on the race win here, and I want to make sure that you give your shout-outs out there, my friend.
Yeah, I want to thank my teammates, Tommy Schaefer, Ryan Cliver, Terry Radford, Randy Henshaw, the team owner over at HMG Innovations and RHR Racing. But yeah, they're the guys who basically put me on the track every week.
Well, they did, and they put you in a winning position here. The idea behind the Winston scheme, I gotta ask because it's a classic.
I saw it, and I figured that I really wanted to run it at some point. Tonight being an iRace, I think that kind of sparked the interest. But yeah, I came across it months ago, and I was just kind of waiting for the perfect time to run it, and I kind of feel like it might be good luck going forward.
I would say so. If you want to race, that's absolutely the way it goes. Congratulations on the race win once again. We look forward to seeing you at Richmond.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
Absolutely. Nick wins it here. He has a phenomenal job. Does a phenomenal job of doing so, and a great drive off for the ages. Let's talk to Corbin in that third place spot right there. Corbin, walk me through your race. You came in with if the caution doesn't happen, you win by a couple of seconds.
Yep, that's kind of what it seems like this season's gone so far. I had a dominant truck, had a good strategy going, and definitely my race to win. Caution screwed me there at the end. I had like a 4-second lead. I almost screwed myself. I didn't put enough fuel in it, and I was trying to save fuel. That's why the guys went in behind me, cut up to me so quickly. Good on restarts all night. Got a good restart. Still thought it was my race to lose. 24. He didn't use me up. I mean, if you move me and I still finished right behind you, it is what it is. So I'm not upset with him. But bounced off the apron a little bit and got hit by the one, and then the 76 ran into me, and it is what it is.
Yeah, still a top three finish. 76 was coming. I think he saved a set of tires there at the very end. I think that worked. It worked in his advantage right there. He was just super fast coming around the corner. We watched you get down to the apron right there, a little free off the corner. Still able to finish there. Still able to at least get yourself out there. Good points night for you. You did have a strong truck all night. I think Nick probably would have if the roles were reversed. I think both of you guys were racing each other pretty clean. Where one of you were going to move each other.
Yeah, me and Nick have had good racing so far this season. I helped him win. Well, not helped him win at Daytona, but I didn't help him lose at Daytona. So we're cool. I'm not upset with him at all. I watched it back. I don't even know if he really used me up. I kind of came down at the same point he moved up, so we kind of just met in the middle. No harm, no foul. Yeah, I'm not upset with Nick at all.
Yeah, it's racing is racing. Whenever you get down to the final, a late race caution, you get down to the point of, all right, we got to send it in there kind of thing. I was talking to Nick about it, and it just seemed like the racing was really good, even throughout the entire part of the race. Sometimes late race incidents do happen like that, but still a great race nonetheless. Richmond next week, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how you go from a mile and a half to Richmond, who has way different baking, way different entry points, and the setup's you're gonna have to be there. It's gonna have to be like right on.
Yep, I've had some success at Richmond in the past. I really like that track. I'm not sure how many laps it is, but I would imagine it's going to be a longer race, and tire saving is going to be a really big deal. So hopefully I can be up towards the front and hit the strategy again, and hopefully cautions go my way for once. Not even just in this league. For 6 or 7 years on iRacing, cautions never really seem to go my way. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, there almost wasn't a caution. He almost had it saved. It was unfortunate that it came out. He was trying. He was trying to whip it backwards so it didn't bring out a caution. But still, nonetheless, good race. Richmond 160 laps next week. So it is going to be a little bit longer race, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I know that you guys are going to be battling it out. It seems like we're always seeing that you and the 24. It looks like you've got some other drivers out there that are chasing some top 10 finishes. It just seems like we're gonna see it here again very soon, and maybe that long run's gonna happen again for you.
Yeah, I hope so. Looking forward to it.
All right, Corbin, give your shout outs out there, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks to turn4apparel.com, dailydrivers.com, the Indiana Club of Auto Racing, and everybody that was out there watching. Thanks to you for putting on a good broadcast, and we'll be back next week with Turn 4. Hopefully Nash will be here and go for a 1-2 finish.
Ed Nash was out there watching. My mic went kaput in the middle of the broadcast, so I had to change it out there. He's like, I can't hear anybody, and I appreciate him chatting it out there, but I had to get that fixed. But absolutely, man, I look forward to seeing you next week. And Turn 4 Apparel, we were talking about that before. Make sure that you guys go check that stuff out there as well. And thank you very much once again, Corbin. I will see you next week. All righty. All right. Let's where'd he go? Cody, if you're still watching, come on, hop up in there. Come on. I saw you there. And I kind of want to go back and I want to take a look at that. I definitely want to take a look at that once again, because I just think there's just a lot that happened. There's a view from the cockpit. Cody McKinney right behind. This is the view. This is the restart, or the white flag after the Top Esports white flag waved here. Here's kind of what happened into the back. Turn it in. The four's a little bit free. This is coming to the end. He's right there to the outside. Puts himself down there. 4 drops down. 1's into the corner. Up the track. Oh. And that looked more like not being able to hold down. Man, oh man. Things in racing do happen. That's, you kind of got to look at it from the overall point of view. It was just kind of the way racing goes. Every once in a while you see some things happen, and sometimes we always have to go back and look at the replay and see it from everybody else's point of view. And I look at it from a broadcast point of view. It looked like 24 or not 24. The 4 hit the apron, and the 1 was right there to the back. Either hard to check up or trying to work himself to the outside, and maybe he misjudged. Who knows? I was hoping Cody was going to jump into this. He finished second here, and I want to definitely I wanted to make sure to talk to him about what's going on, and make sure that he can get in here and talk about it, because it's not nothing like that's intentional. I don't think. I'm not one to speak for anybody, and I just want to make sure that I clarify that. The broadcast always brought to you by the pinketford.org series, or the pinketford.org group out there. They're absolutely fantastic. Go check out their website. Read the About section. Make sure you donate to their cause. Absolutely wonderful. The IVRL. Great series. Competitive. You can tell that they care about what they're doing. And just trying to finish up the broadcast by talking to the top 3. Like to talk to the top 3. Cody was in the waiting room. I think he might be dealing with some other things. From my point of view, hard racing, folks. That's what it looked like. Harvey out there, not the finish you were looking for. Top 10 to the last. Buddy, you were top 10, and you're top 10 in my books. George, great finish for you as well. Out there chatting it up. Thank you for all the likes and all the follows out there. I appreciate everybody doing what you're doing. I like to always finish it up by talking to everybody, but we might not be able to do that tonight. We'll try to talk to Cody and see, get a take on it. Maybe do a little pre-race interview next week and see what we can do with that. Richmond's going to be next week. I'm going to be off for the rest of the week. We've got regular business as usual for what I'm doing over here, not only with Signature Esports, but some off weeks for the NASCAR Racing Association, but we'll be back again next Sunday. Maybe some streams involved in the meantime, in between time, to make sure we keep our numbers up. I want to make sure that we're going to be doing that. Outside of that, Top Esports is going to be your white flag and your Victory Lane sponsor today. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you like and follow us on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Much love to each and every one of you. And, of course, as I say it, if I don't see you, have a good afternoon, good evening, and a good morning.